All right, how's everyone doing? This is Blake. We are live with our first ever DZone Live show. You can follow along at our link at DZoneLive, hashtag DZoneLive. I'm Blake, the community manager at DZone, and we also have Kellett.
Hello, how's it going? Super excited for today. First ever live stream. Hopefully it's the first of many.
Great. And so I'm Blake, the community manager over at DZone. We've got a lot of exciting events coming up. This show is going to, from now on, be running every other Thursday. We're going to bring in, talk about your DZone articles, trending articles, anything that you're working on, industry speakers, all that great stuff. And then, Kellett, for people not familiar with you, what are some of the exciting things that you're working on over at DZone, and what should people know about?
Sure, yeah. DZone, we are always thinking about how to make it a better place for software professionals to share their experience and their knowledge. We're doing a lot of things on the platform itself to help make it easier to share what you know and reach new audiences. On the program side, we're really, trying to connect as many people who are talking about software as possible. So we have this live stream episode. We have our core community, and we have all sorts of cool ways to get engaged and connect with your peers and just talk about software development. Our core community.
Great. Thanks for that, Kellett.
Am I lagging? Might be lagging.
Yeah, no worries. And first up, we've got a special guest that's going to kick us off, Mr. Mir Ali. And for Mir Ali, the big thing with them, they just hit over 100,000 page views on DZone. So we're going to bring Mir Ali up to the stage. Hey, we just saw the victory pose, Mir. Let's do that victory pose again. Awesome. How's it going, man?
Going well. Can't complain. So,
all right. So let's talk a little bit. How did you discover DZone, and what does it feel like to hit over 100,000 page views?
So DZone, I owe it to DZone for a long time. So I know of DZone since 2003, 2004, when I was a developer myself. So I've learned a lot through the articles and through contribution many. So it made my life a lot easier from a career perspective. So yes, I owe it back to DZone. And two, on getting 100,000, I mean, I think it's great. I mean, it's encouragement that there is some readership on what I have to say and what I have to talk about, and it keeps me motivating and keeps me going.
Awesome. Did you expect to get 100,000 page views so quickly?
No, not at all. I just wanted to share, right? At the end of the day, I want to have that little check mark on my thing saying that, hey, did you give back to community? And my answer is yes. What I've learned, I experienced, I've shared it with the community. Some people benefit, some not, but super stoked that I even got that many views. So happy.
Awesome.
Very happy.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on that. And then for some of the upcoming articles that you're going to be working on for our audience, what can they expect?
So the way I think about articles and the topics is based on, as a field CTO, I work with a lot of the organizations. So I look at problems and challenges that they're facing, and I try to cover those. I was like, oh, this is the topic I need to write. So there are a few things that are in my list that are. So one is that's popping up quite a bit is on observability and what does that mean to the organization? How did they start? Where did they start? What does that mean? Automation. And then the big topic of enterprise architecture is coming up. It's like, how do we use architecture at scale to really drive adoption and digital transformation? And the other piece is edge computing, which I wrote a little bit about it, but I think I'm going to go a little bit deep dive. So a few topics that are top of my mind and some challenges I see some organization I'm working with. They are looking to solve or get some answers to this.
Excellent. Well, so great to have you here for our first ever DZone live show and to share your DZone experiences. And congratulations again on getting 100,000 page views. And for anyone that wants to follow Mir Ali, we've got a DZone article up where you can check out their profile and all their articles. So thanks again, Mir. And then over to our next guest. All right. Next up. Just a second here.
Hi, good morning, Blake.
There, 1 second on the video here. It's got me minimized for some reason. Okay. How's it going, Rajeev?
Come on, Blake. Everything is okay. I'm doing good.
All right. Yeah, we don't see your video, but it looks like that's fine. We'll just talk to it. So we've got Rajeev on audio today. So Rajeev, for those not familiar with you, just a little bit about your experience and background and the stuff that you're writing on DZone.
Yeah, sure, Blake. First of all, thank you for having me here. And it's a great honor, like I'm at the DZone platform and talking with the audience. So I'm a full-time software developer and a founder of A Compiler blog. So basically, the A Compiler is a place where IT professionals turn for next-level learning and training. And till date, actually, I was doing some Googling and I found Stack Overflow and a few more sites, and DZone is one of them. And so I thought that's the best way to contribute with the audience, to help the audience, to help the community. And that's the reason I start contributing to the DZone platform. And specifically, I choose Git for three main reasons. So, for example, if you are a Java, C# or any other open source language developer, you have to use some kind of source control. And the second best reason is in today's era, there are more than 73% users are using Git. And finally, I love to contribute with the community. So these all things encourage me to contribute Git on DZone platform.
Excellent. And then your latest article on top 35 Git commands, and I'll just throw a video image of that, has been one of our trending articles on DZone. What do you think the success is behind it, and how did you sort of come up with that? It's such a timely, Git commands are so critical and vital. So where was the sort of the origin of where you started to think about it in order to get it out on DZone?
Yeah, sure. That's a good question, actually. So basically, the fundamental of success will never change. So if we talk about today CI, CD, DevOps, or maybe GitOps, Git commands plays an important role. So technically, Git commands are the backbone. So the more you know about the Git command, the more better you can manage your source codes. That's the main reason I think about the Git commands and start contributing on DZone. And the second reason is because, as I said earlier, like the basics will never change. So if you want to make a strong building, you have to start with the basics. And again, that's why I started with the very basic blogs, which is 35 Git commands. And yeah, that's why I contribute on the DZone platform.
Excellent. And then we've got an event coming up with you, a live event coming up in June. If you want to tell our DZone audience a little bit about that.
Yeah, sure. So definitely in that one, I'm planning to bring more. So basically, I will dig more deeper in the Git fundamentals, basically. So for example, you heard about the bullseye, but I think that today's era is not about the bullseye, it's about the birds ABC. So birds ABC is nothing but few favorite Git commands which can help any developer throughout their career. So I will go quickly, very quickly. So B is basically for branch. It's a very powerful command with different options. I for init. Very few developers use init command nicely. And R for reset, again, one of my favorite Git command. If you know this, you know Git architecture very nicely. And then there is a command R, basically, which is again reset. Sorry, the D is for the difference. You can make difference for branches. You can see the delta and so on. And the ABC here is, again, the ABC stands for A for basically, again, the word I use ABC because the fundamental never change. So this is the ABC. So A says apply, B for bisect, and C for commit. Well, in the last few sentences, I will say if a developer know how to use git commit command properly, they can help other developers very nicely. Because commit, I have seen in my life, most of the developers don't use commit command properly, and they make a formality, but that's not the purpose of commit command. So my idea is, so in the June, I will bring such kind of commands, such kind of topics to help the community and so they can learn their tools better. So that's the idea in my upcoming event in June. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Rajeev, and it's great to have you as part of our DZone community. And your top 35 Git commands has been so popular, and really looking forward to having you speak and present at an event on DZoneLive streaming in June. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Blake. Thank you very much, and I will make sure for next time my video should be stayed on. I think for some technical reason I can't make it on, but I will make sure it will be on next time. Thank you, Blake.
Yeah, no worries. Have a great weekend, Rajeev.
Thank you.
All right. And then over to one of our big superstars at DZone. We've got our very own Lindsay Smith.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. For those who don't know me, my name's Lindsay. I'm one of the publications managers here at DZone. So I work on ref cards and trend reports. A little bit about those. So ref cards are technical cheat sheets covering a wide range of software technologies and methodologies. And then we've also got our trend reports, which are going to be larger research publications on major trends in the software ecosystem like Kubernetes, IoT, and many others. So those are the things I work on here at DZone, and wanted to provide, we've got some exciting updates. So first up today, actually, we'll be launching our containers trend report. So we're really excited about this. It's not live just yet, but if you want to go ahead and pre-register, you can do that between now and 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we've got some amazing contributors featured. So I wanted to give a quick shout out to Boris Zakin, AJ Kanzi, Dr. Magesh Kasturi, and then James Sugru. All of these amazing contributors will be featured in the report, as well as original research by the DZone team. So if you're at all interested in Kubernetes or containers, highly recommend going and pre-registering before or going and checking out the report when we launch today. But we're really excited to share that with you all. So definitely go check it out and share with your network and all that good stuff. So stay tuned for that. We've also got some upcoming ref cards in the next month or so. So I'll just quickly go over those, getting started with IAC. Then we've got one on multi-region database deployment patterns and anti-patterns. And then a getting started with static code analysis and an end-to-end test automation essentials ref card. So lots of great stuff lined up and really excited there too. And then lastly, from the publication side, just wanted to quickly, if anyone is interested in ever contributing, these are paid writing opportunities. So please email publications@dzone.com. We're currently looking for authors for our next trend report, which will be on CI/CD. So please shoot us an email if you're interested. We'd love to have you contribute. And that's it.
Great. Thanks, Lindsay, for that great update across our DZone publications, trend reports, and ref cards. You can find that on DZone.com and also at DZone.com research. A lot of great stuff going on. So we'll be sure to have Lindsay on every time so you always know the latest with DZone publications. All right. And then up next, we've got the Jackie Zone himself joining us. Let's get Mr. Jitendra Bafna up onto stage. Hello, Jackie Zone. How's it going today?
Yeah, everything is going good. Thanks, Black.
Great. And that, for those in the DZone community not already familiar with you, tell everybody a little bit about yourself and how you're working in the integration and especially with MuleSoft.
Yeah, definitely. So, as everybody knows, my name is Jitendra Bafna, and I am a MuleSoft ambassador, and currently I am leading the Nasik and the Surat MuleSoft meetup, and I am writing the articles on the DZone from 2017, and today up to till now I have written 129 plus articles, having the 2.5 millions view, right? So generally, I love to share the knowledge on the MuleSoft, so I can empower the community. So what one of the best thing I experienced in my life, that like sharing the knowledge is always one of the best thing, and like empowers the community. So that is the best thing I have done. So most like I from last 13 years I was working on the APIs and the integration, and from last 3 4 years I was working on the MuleSoft, and I'm sharing lot of knowledge on the MuleSoft. I'm sharing my knowledge using YouTube videos. Around 300 plus videos has been published. So yeah, so because of that, MuleSoft has recognized me as a MuleSoft ambassador, and yeah.
Oh, that's very cool. And over 2 million page views already on DZone. So how did you first discover DZone? For those, I'm kind of wondering, like, where did you discover it, and kind of where did you sort of feel like once you started to write on it?
Yeah, so basically, what happened, in 2017, so MuleSoft started a champion community. So I started participating in the champion community. Through that champion community, I have discovered a DZone. I have written my first article on DZone around in 10 2017. The article was very simple, the five, like it was very very simple. Like I've written the article on RAML, I think, REST API modeling language. Then that article got lot of views, and like I got lot of good feedback and lot of appreciation from the people, and that motivates me to write more and more. That motivates me to share more and more knowledge. Apart from that, DZone gave me a good platform. They gave me a good platform where I can write the article, where I can share the knowledge. I get lot of support from all the DZone people. Thanks to DZone for that. And you always appreciate our works, our contribution. So that is no, I'm very thankful to DZone for that, basically.
Oh, excellent. And then for everyone kind of not up to speed on all the exciting things in 2021, we're at the midpoint of the year. What are some of the exciting things or things you're excited about going on in the integration and MuleSoft space currently?
See, like MuleSoft will come up with some new features in their Anypoint iPaaS, basically integration platform as a service. So recently they have introduced one of the feature called MuleSoft Composer, where you can integrate any system like Salesforce, NetSuite, or any other integration, any system without writing a single line of code. It is just web-based application. Also, MuleSoft is coming with some GraphQL APIs, so basically, if you know, like GraphQL APIs are trending now. Like people are looking after the GraphQL APIs, like lot of requirement related to GraphQL API. So in the month of May, like end of May or in June, the MuleSoft will release a data graph, which is a fully integrated GraphQL REST API with the Anypoint iPaaS platform, basically. And I'm planning to write more and more article on these lines, basically, like MuleSoft composers, like GraphQLs, like on the security topics. So those are already in progress, basically, and I have a target to reach 200 article as soon as possible.
Great. So by this time next week, you'll have 200 articles. That's great.
Not next week, by end of this week I can target it.
Excellent. And kind of like, do you have any upcoming meetups or anything exciting that you're personally working on that people should know about?
Yeah, there are many meetups are coming, so if you see, like tomorrow there is a one meetup, in the Surat. So basically we will talk about the MuleSoft automated code review. After that, there are 4 to 5 meetups are lined up, basically. So there I will talk about the APIs and integration best practices, so there are many meetups. Apart from that, I will be speaking up in the New Yorks and the other city meetups also. So yeah, so if anybody is interested, they can go to meetup at the meetups.mulesoft.com, and they get all the information on that, basically. Or either they can connect me, and there are various meetups leaders in India, so they can connect them, basically.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. And we call Jitendra Jackie Zone because just so popular on DZone around integration and MuleSoft topics. So if you ever hear us say Jackie Zone, that's just kind of the nickname. Feels like everybody sort of gives on as far as that stuff goes. So just huge thanks for all that you're contributing on DZone. Looking forward to celebrating 200 articles that you've written and probably a few, 2 more million, 5 million, that those will easily get. And thanks for joining us today. So it's great to hear from you.
Thanks, Black. Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
All right, you too. And up next, we've got another DZone superstar. So welcoming to the stage, Naomi.
Hey, everyone. I'm Naomi, and I'm a marketing manager here at DZone, focused on audience development. So I work on getting our audience engaged with new and different types of content across the site, as well as getting some new members to the site.
Great. And then for those not familiar, if you could talk a little bit about DZone webinars and anything cool that we recently published on YouTube or anything upcoming that the DZone community should know about.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can find all of our upcoming and on-demand webinars on the DZone webinars page at dzone.com/webinars. We've got 4 live webinars coming up, starting with this coming Wednesday, May 26th, moving from a relational model to NoSQL, presented by Couchbase. A few things you'll learn include using SQL for JSON to query your data and create joins, building applications and analysis with NoSQL, and plenty more. Then next up on June 2nd, we've got release quality software faster with test automation and keep your business running, where you will hear how Avo Automation helped a Fortune 500 company reimagine their QA process and maximize their business results using a modern no-code test automation approach. After that, on June 6th, we have Kubernetes identity and access management made easier with D2IQ, where we'll explore the benefits and challenges of using EKS, AKS, or GKE for Kubernetes multi-tenancy, as well as best practices and tools for success. And then finally, on June 16th, we have MariaDB's How to Evaluate a Distributed SQL Database, where you'll learn what a distributed SQL database is and what differentiates it from other types of databases, as well as the kinds of applications and use cases that are appropriate for distributed SQL. So that wraps up our schedule of upcoming webinars. And just a reminder that you can all register for free at dzone.com/webinars.
Great. Thank you so much for that, Naomi. And hope you have a great rest of the day. And thanks for getting our DZone community powered up with everything we've got going with our exciting webinars.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for having me.
All right. And then up next, we've got our resident SEO expert that I'll get over to the stage, Mr. Hayata.
Hello.
All right.
I'm
you
Hayata.
are live.
What did you say? Great.
You are live, Mr. Hayata.
Oh, yeah. Live. Great. Yeah, so, I'm a CEO. So, my job is to optimize your content pieces. So, and every time you have a questions about like SEO or, article, topic, ideas, or anything, you can always reach out to me. And, any questions, like, I understand you guys don't know why you guys don't know, but it's okay. I'm always here to help you guys. So that's my job. And if you have like any feedback for our website, dzone.com, please let me know, because I like to optimize, the whole website for you guys. So that's my job.
Excellent. And any SEO or content optimization tips you have for our audience today?
Oh, yeah. So, before Rajeev wrote, the 35 Git commands content, I really wanted that kind of, a content. So if you have like any ideas, I really want to know. Yeah. So, just let me know. So, I can give you some like information, data, or expectations. So, yeah. Content is everything for SEO. Yep.
Ah, that's really good. And any sort of trends that you're seeing, like some ideas, maybe if someone's out there, what should I write on DZone next? Any sort of trends or ideas that you think like, hey, you should really maybe focus on this for your next DZone article?
Oh, yeah. So we want to create more comparison content pieces right now. So if you have like any, comparison data, like the latest article about React versus Angular, that is working very well. So if you have like, two objects you can compare in article, let me know, because I'm so curious, and then, I can give you a basic data for you guys.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Hayata. So we'll have a link in the article where you'll be able to reach out to them. Always around and really great, are just at SEO, content optimization, latest DZone trends around content. He is the person. So thank you so much, for Hayata, for that.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Excellent. And next up, we got a Linear B DZone update. He's new at Linear B. He's had a interesting, fun new article, and so we are going to welcome very special guest to the stage. I can get this to work. Mr. Nick Hodges. Nick, how's it going?
Hey, it's good. You know, my daughter's getting married tonight, so today's a big day.
Wow. Congratulations. That's a mic drop entrance.
Yeah. Very good. Hey, thanks for having me. I'm really appreciated.
And I see you've got the Dan Lyons Dev Interrupted t-shirt on.
Oh, yeah. Had to represent. So we got a lot going on this week at Linear B. We launched the Dev Interrupted website. So if you go to devinterrupted.com, you can sign up for our newsletter and you can check out the wares there. Devinterrupted.com is a website for and by software development leaders, software developers, anybody interested in the development process and all that fun stuff. We're going to have all kinds of great content there. And as part of the big event, this big launch this week, we had a watch party yesterday on our Discord channel. And we had Catherine Kohler, the Director of Product Engineering from Netflix, Charity Majors, the CTO of Honeycomb, and Dana Lawson, the Vice President of Engineering at GitHub, all on talking about continuous improvement and ways that you can constantly be making your team better and all that kind of stuff. That was run on our Discord channel, which is where we have a conversation every day about what's going on in the software development world. And I'd encourage all of you to go to linearb.io/Discord and sign up. We'd love to have you join in our conversation. And that's what's going on in Linear B this week. Plus, thanks for publishing my butt time article. I thought that worked out pretty well.
What was that one about for people coming into it cold? What was your article on and talk about?
The article title was Butt Time versus Brain Time. And it talked about how too often we measure people sitting in seats and don't actually have a way to measure their time spent thinking. And we want to maximize the time spent thinking and not necessarily pay so much attention to how much time they're actually in their chair at work.
Excellent. Thanks for that, Nick. And anything else coming up with Dan Lyons on DZone of late?
Well, we have a Dev Interrupted podcast. Okay. Dan has got a guest this week, the VP of Software Engineering at GitLab. So you can hop over to linearb.io and sign up and pull that down. It's on Spotify and anywhere else you get your podcasts. It's called the Dev Interrupted Podcast. Dan Lyons, our co-founder and COO. Excuse me.
Excellent. Well, thanks for that, Nick, and thanks so much for taking time out of a crazy day with your daughter getting married. Hope that all goes well, and hopefully it's as normal of a wedding as possible.
That should be a very big event. It'll be fun.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks so much. Go enjoy your day, and thanks again for stopping by.
Sure thing. Take care.
All right, and then up next, we've got Mr. DevOps himself, Mr. Alireza. Let me find him on here. All right. All right. Welcome, Alireza. How's it going?
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me, first of all. And yeah, it's going well, except the weather is quite crazy here. It's windy today. And yeah, whenever we are close to the weekend, it starts to be windy. And yeah, it's going very well. As always, I'm busy with the DevOps activities. And I think since also we are getting away a little bit from the COVID, companies also started to hiring more people, started again to look into the new plan to migrate to the public cloud. So yeah, it's quite interesting when I talk to people, to my colleagues, to friends. It's quite interesting. There are a lot of things are happening around, and hopefully we can cover most of it in DZone. So next week we have a nice event for CI/CD. It's gonna be a really interesting event. I don't say about the name of the guest because I think it's better to join to the event to see who are our speakers. But just to give you a little bit about what we are going to talk in this event, that we're going to talk about the release on demand, because this is one of the important topic these days for the companies and the organizations. As you might know, that there are a lot of companies are working already with the Kubernetes, or they are having the container-based application, and we are going also to cover about the impact of this architecture on the CI/CD pipeline and the CI/CD tooling. So we talk about the metrics that matter, and how you can measure the technological or business impact of the continuous integration. So we are going to talk about the DevSecOps for the people who are interested about the security. And we are going also to talk about the different approach in the CI/CD implementations, like the preventive or reactive, and see how these different approaches has a different advantage or disadvantages. If we can have time, we would like also to talk about the test automation, about the self-service DevOps environment, also about the security challenges in the CI/CD. And at the end, we will cover about the infrastructure as code, and also the deployment strategies. So these are the topics we would like to discuss. Of course, it depends how far we can go on each topic. It will be really interesting. Feel free to join to our session, and then yeah, you can also contribute asking questions, and then we can ask those questions from the speakers. And beside from that, I think since we already are in this new actually platform from DZone, we have a lot of new program planned for the coming weeks. So just to give you a little bit of the information that we would like also to cover, a lot of tutorials, a lot of new actually crash, uh, I would then say course, but I mean the session like a crash course, but we would like to not to just say about the technologies in the high level. We would like to see if we can invite some of the engineers, the senior developers we have in DZone, or even outside, to give you some kind of training in a short time, which would be really practical and useful and interesting, and you can learn something out of that. So it's not just about the knowing the importance of some kind of new tooling or technology. It's about how you can use it in your new current project or in the next project. Beside from that, I'm going to have a new program about the jobs, recruitment, and things around that. So we would like to talk about the everything around the recruitment procedures, recruitment agencies, and we are going to invite some of the recruiters from different countries to share with us the new and the news about the recruitments around the world, especially for the developer jobs or the DevOps jobs. And I think that could be quite interesting for people which they are thinking about their next assignment as a freelancer, or about the next permanent job, or any other promotion you're thinking about, that even in your current job you want to see how you can actually step up to a different role and increase your knowledge. We would like to see how we can help you out on this. So these are the things yeah, came to my mind. Apart from that, I think, yeah, it's everything is good. Yeah, and very happy to be part of the DZone community. That I think that that's the nice place that we can actually have these opportunities to share our knowledge with each other, and everyone has a voice. So feel free to yeah, to reach out to us if you have any question, if you have any idea, if you didn't write any article but you think that you like to do something, you don't know where to start. One of my suggestions is you can even reach out to the DZone writers, and ask them, because they are really flexible to help you out. And for example, myself, I started from 2018 to write some articles. I had the same experience, but I think now I'm really interested to help other people, because I think we can actually keep this community great together. So we like to see what you're thinking, and I think would be interesting to know about your opinions and see your articles. So I think I think I'm done.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Alireza, for that and covering everything. So I've got a link to the chat for our CI/CD pipeline next week. Thanks so much for that. And then stick around, Alireza. We're going to just open it up for Q&A for questions. Let me bring some of the other people back to the stage.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see what questions we have. 1 second.
Hopefully we have some questions.
See how many people I can get up here.
Alireza, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going well, actually. Here we have a long weekend because Monday is holiday, so
Awesome.
It's nice. It's my last actually meeting today.
Oh man, early weekend. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm planning to work on some game development with Unreal Engine. So I'm quite.
Oh, awesome.
It's crazy for us because the weekend is similar to what we do during the week. Working with the
Yeah, that's
laptop.
probably true, right? But maybe you get to work on something a little more interesting to you personally.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm working recently on creating a landscape. And I'm following some tutorial. Finally, I found a guide that I can follow the tutorial, because sometimes it's difficult.
And Nick, nice to meet you as well.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
Great
welcome on. I loved your butt time article. Thought that was classic.
Good. I appreciate that. Thank you.
It definitely grabbed my attention when I read the headline.
Well, I guess that's the whole point, right?
Right.
What you try and do. It was fun. Been ruminating in my head for quite a while, so.
Probably feels good to get that out of there then.
Yeah, it was fun. I'll have more. We'll see.
Very cool. And then for anybody watching us anywhere live, let us know your questions. You can use the hashtag DZoneLive. You can also on YouTube just put that into the chat. I see we've got Lior here. We've got James from Cork, Ireland. So any questions from y'all? Let's hear from you. So let's try to get at least one question in today. And then Alireza, Nick, do y'all have any questions for us while you've got me and Killet here?
I think I'm good. You just appreciate the relationship.
Awesome.
Partnership.
Yeah. This
I've been a DZone guy for many, many years. Back in the good old days when you could vote up articles. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Up vote, down vote, and then the articles bubble up.
That was like 6 years ago or so.
That was a while ago. Yeah.
We swapped over. Yeah, it was more like a Reddit style where you just like link sharing and stuff. We still have a links page, but it's not very common people go to it anymore because we don't allow submissions there. But that was classic DZone for sure.
Yep. Back in the day when you remember dig.com, is that still a thing? I don't remember.
I don't know if that's still around.
There's only one way to find out, I guess.
Reddit was DZone style. Thanks, James.
Yeah, good point.
That's right.
Good point.
They must have copied it from us. Yeah. Well, they must have done it better. Oh man. Well, this has been really cool. This is our first attempt at doing something live, so it's been cool to just get to see all your faces and do something kind of impromptu like this. I hope as we make this a regular thing, we'll get more people tuning in, we'll get more people talking, and we'll get to cover all sorts of interesting stuff. So thank you guys so much for being a part of this.
Sure thing.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks, Kellett. And so, upcoming for our DZoneLive show, it's going to be every other Thursday. So, our next one is going to be on Thursday, June 3rd. We'll have a link to everything in a DZone article where you can stay up to that. I'm going to put into the chat a post-event survey so you can tell us what you thought about our first ever episode 1 of DZoneLive and what you'd like to see in the future. So, I'll put that into the chat. Feel free to do it there. But otherwise, thanks everyone for joining and have a great weekend.
See you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.